We are Imperial Age, the descendants of Atlantis. And this song is about our great lost homeland.
So,
if you're into punk rock, but also Republican, check this out.
I'm sick of the government running the narrative, manipulating the truth.
I've fallen down a bit of a rabbit hole recently. I don't pretend to understand the whims of the divine algorithm, but at some point, Instagram, in its infinite wisdom, began bombarding me with reels of musicians who...
Yo, bitch, call me Myron. Nigga, play with me. I bet shots get the firing.
Aren't getting the most positive reactions online. Then, as if on cue, I started also getting suggestions for a subreddit called r/crappymusic, which was likewise full of music with
And say I feel like fucking Dumbledore.
questionable artistic decisions. For instance, this guy serving extra from the live-action Beauty and the Beast remake. When I say fell down a rabbit hole, though, what I really mean is watched hours and hours of music videos, then downloaded and categorized over 100 examples based on genre. I might have a problem. You know, they say about 10,000 hours of experience with a topic is what it takes to become an expert. If so, then I'm well on my way to becoming a goddamn virtuoso. What that actually means, I have no idea, but it can't be good. Nevertheless, I've very magnanimously decided to share that newfound expertise with the world. Firstly, by christening this phenomenon Instacore. Secondly, we need to get something straight. Instacore is not a genre. It's a paradigm. In fact, Instacore encompasses everything from faux pop to hip-hop, from Trustafarians to our Lord and Savior, Joshua Hindman.
You gotta hear this one song. It'll change your life, I swear.
Through the highs and lows, we stand strong in each other's arms.
No, the defining feature of Instacore isn't in its musical style, but instead the trappings surrounding it. All the indomitable, unearned confidence, the inexplicably high video production values, the incessant reposting of the same song dozens of times over, the awkward clapbacks to haters, and an apparent mass amnesia of how people normally move their hands. For your safety, please keep both hands on your phone and both eyes on the video at all times. Lastly, before taking my hand and joining me in this wonderful world, I want to ask for civility. We are going to poke some light fun here because some of this is just downright funny.
He's the papa. He's the only one I don't want to give a big hug.
I annoy my wife with this song all the time. But at the same time, I'm sure all the people I show in this video are nice and they don't deserve any hate.
You sneaky lady, you like my style, and you like my smile, and you like my hands in your blouse and in your pants. But you
One
won't
second.
get me.
Just edit this real quick. No, but seriously, if you harass any of the individuals I show in this video, you'll be excommunicated from the Morphic family. So says Papa Mero. Plus, why go out of your way to give them shit when yours truly is no stranger to, let's say, questionable musical decisions himself? I once unironically sang Wonderwall to my junior year English class. I was literally this meme. Or if that doesn't give you the secondhand self-ick, here's me at 18 singing a very sexually charged song to a crowd of mostly family and family friends.
Who's all feeling sexy in the crowd tonight? Close your eyes, girl. I know you can feel me inside of you.
Or there's this one, for which I don't have the excuse of youth. What was I thinking with this half-assed video aesthetic? Or this.
Am I a guy who does
What the hell is even that? Get everybody out of my yard!
Point is, my house is glassed down to the studs, and I'm about to start tossing stones anyway. First off, hip hop, the unholy fusion of country and rap, needs to go back to the dank single wide that birthed it and die.
Let's go cow tipping, hunting and fishing, shooting at some cans.
It's like John Deere crashed into a club party, twangy drawls colliding with rapid-fire rap, as if someone decided that pairing cowboy boots with snapback caps would spark some sort of revolution.
Big belly, got the hoes all on me.
For those of you with synesthesia, it's giving stale Pabst farts and dirt weed.
I was raised up wrong and rowdy. I'm a drink to get drunk and smoke to get high.
Actually, I can't lie, this song's pretty fire. But for the most part, on paper, wearing horse blinders, I can see the thought process. Both genres are known for storytelling, right? So what if we set some of those rich stories about country life to a slant rhyme and rhythm? I mean, who hasn't listened to The Chronic and thought to themselves, yeah, but what if they added a sick-ass banjo in lyrics about tractors?
Shawty's name on the window, trend down the bumper.
See, I like her. Most of these artists, even the tip top of the hip-hop TikTok rappers, say that 5 times fast, predominantly use the vocal patterns and accents from mainstream rap, with a dash of country twang sprinkled here and there. But this chick, she just went full Super Saiyan redneck and belted out Winder, and I respect the hell out of her for it. The pristine, freshly pressed Carhartts, on the other hand, take it from me, hon, it's okay to be a city girl. No need to cosplay. In the grand scheme, though, these artists are harmless, honestly. I mean, does the genre need to be cast back from the pit from whence it was forged? Yes. Yes, it does. But at the same time, it's not offensive. Right?
It's waking up, busting your butt, trying to earn a little extra pay.
But if that's what you're here for, then fear not. There's plenty of weird conservative Instacore too, which I have absolutely zero qualms obliterating. On second thought, I don't think there's any joke I could write that's funnier than that already is. In all seriousness, I think we need to call a wellness check for Walton Goggins. Obviously, there's this guy too.
Don't call me a white boy, I identify as black.
I can't remember his name though, and I refuse to look it up, so we'll call him Ed for absolutely no reason whatsoever. If you aren't already a giant fan, then you probably first heard about Ed last year when he did that weird homophobic rap with Roseanne. Let's see, it says she goes on to rhyme this by repeating the word 7 times in a row. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, Ed's just giving desperate for attention and boring, so let's look at this guy instead.
Got some anger issues. I'm a pro at pissing people off.
Now this guy is an enigma wrapped in a quandary. First observation, the song is called
Rough Round the Edges.
Yet with his button-down shirt tucked in just so, and that iconic awkward white guy bobbing, this video could convince even flat earthers that the edge simply doesn't exist. And it certainly ain't rough. Second observation, he just can't seem to get his hand back into his pocket quickly enough, but he definitely keeps trying. Chase, if you're watching this, I've listened to some of your other music and it sounds a lot better than this.
Spark of your eyes paints the night sky like the northern lights.
Honestly, even this song doesn't sound terrible. Your other music also benefits from videos where you're playing a guitar and singing, not darting your hands around like you're goddamn Molly Shannon.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I smell them like that.
But no matter what, you still sound better than Laura Trump's cyborgian auto-tune voice.
No, this can't be denied. You gotta be special.
Out of curiosity, I popped it into Melodyne, a similar voice correction plugin, and this is the result. In case you're wondering, this line shows how much her voice wavers, or rather, how it doesn't. Like it all. For reference, this is what my voice holding a note looks like. Granted, my voice is my voice, but even the best voices waver at least a little bit when holding a note, even when you're looking at the greats like Whitney Houston. Or, of course, Myron.
Yo, bitch, call me Myron!
Human voices waver, but this, not a curve in sight. touche, flat earthers. I guess you win this round. All right, I've picked on the right enough for one video, so we can move on.
Marble High. It's 2045. We're all that's left since we ushered in the end times. To your right, all the trees are petrified. And to your left, you can see the ocean's dry.
Because unfortunately, the left isn't innocent in all this either.
But only once ever made me fall. Their hearts are thundering, and I'm still wondering.
Instacore transcends all races, genders, religions, creeds, favored high C flavors, and political affiliations. One common thing you'll find among the left's branch of Instacore is the overabundance of techno-battle. Case in point, solfeggio frequencies sound like a cool concept. Tones that can heal you? Hell yeah, brother, sign me up. But allow me to play devil's advocate for a second. Setting aside the question of the existence of special healing sound frequencies, the main problem is no one can agree what those specific frequencies even are. Adam Neely did a great video on the topic, but the gist is that if you ask 10 different spiritualists, or more accurately, look at the different infographics on 10 different spiritualists' Facebook pages, you'll get 10 different lists of so-called sacred frequencies. Who's right? Who's to say? On the other hand, I think everyone can agree that whatever those special frequencies are, you won't find them in this music. And again, the hand movements. Is it just a disease being spread? Did I discover awkward hand movement syndrome? OMS for short? Hit me up, CDC. Let's talk naming rights. This guy knows what's up, though. He's keeping those hands busy with a vacuum. Some of the other common lingo you'll pick up on are things like healing light, astral projection, awakenings.
Ascension is my thing.
Referring to Gaia or Mother Earth.
We're protected by the Mother Nature, she's always here.
Third eyes.
Guidance, contrast, vibrance, insight, heightened, third eye sighted.
Like, guys, I get you're promoting a lifestyle, but at this point, the marketing is just stale.
Sure.
Branching out further, pop likewise falls victim to Instacoreification and the OMS plague. And to think, just a few short minutes ago, that sentence would have been complete gibberish to you. Isn't life grand? And let's see, can I get an example of... there we go. Another OMS victim. We're in desperate need of a cure. On Gaia.
She tried to hit me with the shh, and then I fucking turn around and hit her shh.
Tons of questionable choices in Instacore rap as well. You already heard the whistling impaired guy, and of course Myron.
Yo, bitch, call me Myron!
But have you ever wondered what it would be like to listen to an Animal Crossing character spit bars? Well, actually that sounds really cool, and this, on the other hand, is not.
I blew up and shit that don't exist. Go get views. I blew up at no papa.
Or better yet, have you ever wondered what rapping with laryngitis would sound like? I got you, fam. Now, where are those subtitles when I need them? There we go. Oh.
You deserve to suffer, 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 you deserve to suffer. Suffer and die, suffer and die, suffer and die, suffer and die, suffer and die.
Now, see, I don't need the subtitles for this one. Message received. Deadass though, there are so...
I keep an AR. Shotty wanna fuck, but she shop at Walmart.
So
many teens that face the same shit. Their voices are high, they dress kinda gay.
So many fucking kids making shit raps on Instagram and TikTok.
Asian ass stop flexing. Ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, bitch.
Jesus fucking Christ.
If you like Green Day and songs made by queer artists, then this is for you.
And I know, yeah, I'm really aging myself here, but I am so glad we didn't have the capability to easily capture and share videos when I was a teen. Probably makes me cringe so hard because I just know that I would have been making something like that and it would have followed me forever. Not that I've ever made anything embarrassing as an adult.
Your breath, because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Some of the raps I found feature one of Instacore's most iconic hallmarks, multiple, sometimes dozens of music videos.
Day 19 of posting my song Key to My Heart until it blows up.
You are the key to my heart.
For the exact same clip.
It's waking up, busting your butt, trying to earn a little wage pay.
For the exact same song.
Well, I see my girlfriend, she just got her butt done. And now Instagram telling me I gotta go and get one.
For this artist specifically, I counted over 20 different posts before I had a mini existential crisis. Let me tell you, self-awareness dawning while combing through a rando's Instagram page because you're trying to, I don't know, prove a point, be funny, whatever. It's depressing. Having said that, I do have some notes for the artists. My absolute favorite thing about the videos, specifically the ones that look like some production value went into them, is the line,
"They calling me a tomboy when I keep my hair up in this hat." I'm like, whoa, shit.
But she's only wearing a hat in one of the videos. She even points to where it would be. Like, I don't know. On to note the second.
He like 40, I'm like 20. He too old and honey. Ew, yeah.
She's like 20? Does she not know her own age? I don't know, man. Like, am I out of touch? Am I missing something here? Because, I mean, I am like 40.
Ew, yeah.
But if we're talking multiple instances of the same song, then we can't forget the absolute legend C. Wild.
You're a badass, hard-working American that loves your country. Check this out.
Who goes a step beyond by doing the exact same slightly menacing dance while carrying, not playing, the guitar in every video. Only difference is the locale, which allowed me to put this together. Jokes aside, see, I dig the message of the song, and if that's actually you playing a guitar, then great stuff. If I had to guess, I'd say that the content and vagueness of the lyrics makes it come off as a bit saccharine and false, resulting in some of the negativity. But also in 2025, I almost reflexively associate any whiff of flag-waving patriotism with the right, which is sad and also really more a me thing than anything to do with you. So see, that's my bad for initially putting you in that box, even though I have no idea what your actual political leanings are. If I were a betting man, I'd say that others share these internal biases, which is probably another big reason for the intense backlash. So, sorry, King. Just goes to show you that we all need to stand tall with our heads held high. You see the stars in our eyes, that's America. So after seeing how prolific the legendary artists OK and C. Wild are in terms of video releases, I think the burning question on everybody's mind has gotta be, why? Why so many goddamn reposts? Well, the obvious answer is obvious. It's also a bit depressing, which is why I myself will go through the motions of shaking my head and asking why, instead of actually thinking. Goes a little something like this. More videos mean more views. You don't want to post the exact same video though, it should be at least a little bit different so people don't immediately click away. More views means more of a chance that one video gets the right attention at the right time and goes viral. And hey, if it happens to be because people are shitting on it instead of getting their faces melted, then that's okay too. Because hate views are still views, kiddos, meaning more eyeballs glued to the app for longer, which Instagram and other social media sites love, because that means their engagement and screen time metrics go up, meaning more ad revenue for Meta, Google, et al., some of which trickles down to the artists. And all of this feeds back into itself, views begetting more views, and on the cycle goes. Dig deep enough and you'll find artists who are even in on it. Some are more transparent than others about this. Some become full-on parody acts.
Say bye-bye, I see you go to cry.
While other, more cynical individuals turn to creating rage bait that they can then plausibly say was earnest artistic expression. Whether the work of these specific artists was originally intended to be viewed less seriously, or whatever their intentions were, I have no business speculating. Regardless, the lean-in can have hilarious results.
Damn, I made some good-ass noodles. God damn! Damn, I made some good-ass noodles.
Don't let all my rampant negativity fool you, though. There's plenty of Instacore that's just unironically awesome.
Welcome to the captain's quarters. Back that ass up, captain's orders.
That still get featured on r/crappymusic, or get a ton of negative attention on Instagram for one reason or another.
When we drive in your car, I'm in baby. Losing all my innocence in the backseat.
First of all, she plays the omnichord, which by itself makes her cooler than like 99% of people. But also, the song is just good. Great arrangement, great mixing. In fact, I challenge you to show this to someone without the video to see what they think. Because honestly, the only thing I could really critique is the video itself. It's just a little strange. But probably my new favorites are these guys.
And I'm still not over it. I'm just not over it.
They get posted here quite a bit on the subreddit, and I'll be honest, at first I didn't really care for their stuff either. The videos are just a bit too goofy to pull off the tone that their music wants to set.
Chasing the reason why.
Or maybe it's the other way around, I honestly can't tell. Regardless, somewhere along the way, I started genuinely digging the sound of this song.
Come and show me. Day by day, I'm saving up all of my pay.
It has some really nice tension build and release. Yeah, I said it. I tried contacting the duo to see if they'd be willing to talk to me about their music and its reception, but so far haven't received a response, so we'll see, I guess. The boys have been posted so much on the subreddit, in fact, that they've gained a bit of a following. Again, whether it's genuine or ironic fandom is not for me to speculate on. Either way, they seem like very wholesome guys, so I'm genuinely happy for them. Rather, I'm much more interested in talking about the artist who's taken that infamy to the next level. Morbius levels of ironic Reddit shitposting bleeding into something indistinguishable from actual fandom.
Well, where we gonna go? Yeah, what we gonna do? Every single time I find myself with you.
I am obviously talking about the man, the myth, the legend, writer of Country Roads himself, Joshua Hindman.
Driving down that country road with you by my side, all of it grows.
Where others have gained some notoriety in the r/crappymusic community, Joshua Hindman is, for all intents and purposes, the poster boy. Every clip, be it the full production of Country Roads or those behind-the-scenes moments that crop up incessantly on the subreddit, adds another layer to his living mythos.
But they did create this day right here for either they hate how much they're with you or they hate how much they're without you. But remember now, hate is a feeling too.
But to me, what makes Joshua fascinating is how his work challenges the dichotomy between sincerity and irony. On the one hand, many dismiss these clips as just another oddity of internet culture, a mood swing between the genuine artistry and comically bad production. On the other, there lingers an undeniable magnetism. His music, crafted with what seems like a half smile and a whole lot of heart, speaks to a community that revels in the unexpected. Like when he says,
I love you enough to fucking roll up. We love our life so much we fuck it up. But where you wanna be, where you wanna go with me.
It's as if his unpolished sound and candid lyrics have become the perfect counterpoint to an era of hyper-curated digital aesthetics. Looking at the flow from Joshua's original posts, to their permeation into the subreddits, to the, artistic reimaginings, to the ironic, genuine cult following. Each step isn't a failure of production, but a serendipitous transformation into something that feels more real than the glossy perfection we're often sold. Is it all just accidental brilliance? Or is there an intentional subversion of what we consider good music? Food for thought.
To get up and love myself enough to give it up.
Instacore isn't just a genre, a fad, or a collection of bizarre music videos. It's a living, breathing reflection of our digital era, something only possible because of this bizarre ecosystem of social media that we've built, for better or worse. It reminds us that even in the midst of hyper-curated perfection, there's beauty and raw humanity in the unpolished, the awkward, and the offbeat.
There was meat raining from the sky in 1876, oh my, they called it Kentucky meat shower. sucking, sucking me.
And there's some that's just straight up irredeemable. God damn it, Walton. And as we've seen, artists like Joshua Hindman have even risen from the ranks of your average r/crappy music post to become the unlikely icons of our day, bridging the gap between ironic amusement and genuine artistry. There's a delicious paradox here, because despite its reputation for questionable choices and repetitiveness, Instacore draws us in with its unapologetic authenticity. Whether it's the earnest attempt at heartfelt lyricism recorded on a cheap mic in someone's garage, or the endlessly recycled beats that hit your playlist with all the originality of an AI-generated Kids Bop album.
You ain't heard what I said, on it back. MAGA hoe, MAGA whip a trick, hit a lick, when I'm cornbread.
Instacore proves that even our most questionable creative impulses can attract an audience. But here's the rub. That same ease of access means that for every cheerleader, there's an equally ready cadre of critics. Back in the pre-smartphone era, discovering new music or engaging with your favorite artists took genuine effort. People had to venture out of their houses, or at least dig through fanzines to connect with new art. Nowadays, many probably don't even know what a fanzine is, nor do they even have to leave the couch to hate watch an artist. The internet conveniently delivers right to your fingertips its daily dose of content to judge.
Relax and breathe, relax and breathe, relax and breathe, relax and breathe, relax and breathe.
The flip side being, in that pre-internet era, many of these artists would never have gotten their feet off the ground to begin with, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Now, is Instacore a high-flying ode to artistic genius? No, of course not. It's more like the internet's version of a potluck dinner, where you're never quite sure if you're getting some gourmet treat or someone else's leftover poopy cereal. But, I mean, that's not always a bad thing, is it? In the end, if there's a lesson here, is there a lesson here? It's that in this chaotic carnival of digital culture, absurdity rules, and even the worst ideas can sometimes be just brilliant enough to keep us clicking and cringing in equal measure. Thanks for watching. I think. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little different from my normal content, but if you enjoyed it, if you enjoy the other videos that I make, then you can help support me in making these videos by becoming a patron of the channel. You can see the link right down there.
There's a song in the air, but the fair señorita does